What's up, guys, and welcome to my review for If Beale Street Could Talk. This is a 2018 film that had a limited release, and it's finally gotten a wide release. So, the film is directed by Barry Jenkins. I believe he also co-wrote the script. And it is the story of a family of color, who are a pretty normal family. And there's a romance in this family between the daughter and her boyfriend, who she grew up with, Tish and Alfonso, I believe the Fonnie, something like that, the characters' names are. And she gets pregnant, and something happens to where he is put in prison for maybe a crime that he never committed, and basically the film, they try to clear his name, they try to get him out of jail, and they try to get to the bottom of it. And overall, the film does have an agenda. Barry Jenkins' direction and screenplay clearly has a specific agenda to... I don't know if I want to get into it in this video. If you've seen the film, you could probably get it. It's pretty obvious. This Fonnie character, the lead guy who's put in prison, he is depicted as a character who really has no flaws. To me, anyway, he's depicted as a character who he seems to be perfect. The way that Tish looks at him, he's perfect, and there's really nothing wrong with him. And I had a bit of an issue with that, because he's put in jail, and they're supposed to clear his name. The crime that he's committed doing, they say, oh, he never did it. But yet in the film, we get flashbacks of the romance, but we never get flashbacks of the actual event taking place. So us as an audience member could see what actually happened. We're just kind of told it. And that adds on to the film's agenda. And the agenda to make this character, you know, he could do no wrong. Almost. But yet, he could have done this crime. The film characters tell us that he didn't, but we didn't see it on screen. So how am I supposed to believe he didn't do it? He could have done it. You know, he's not perfect. The film is depicting him in that way, but I feel like I would have liked to have seen this thing actually take place, so I could actually see, if they showed me he didn't do it, I would have been okay with it. But they didn't show it. They just tell you, he's perfect, he didn't do it, and you got to go with it. So, kind of like that. And I wasn't a fan of that, really. The film's agenda, I would have liked if they didn't make certain things so, you know, good. There is bad things that are done by everyone. Let's just leave it at that. And I feel like this film, I don't like the film's agenda. I thought the movie was very long. It felt very boring to me. There's a few sequences sprinkled out the film that are good, but the whole movie isn't like that. The pacing, I thought, was pretty horrible. The movie didn't work for me. If Beale Street Could Talk, I honestly didn't. I didn't think it was. I thought it was better than I'm sorry. I thought Moonlight was a better film than this. Even though I liked Moonlight, I didn't love it. I definitely thought it was a better film than this. This, Barry Jenkins goes even more artsy, and he really pushes his agenda here. I feel like in Moonlight it wasn't as prominent. I feel like the characters and everything going on in that film were a little stronger than the actual message. I felt like it was not beat over your head. In this film, I feel like it's beat over your head, and the characters are just coming second to that. I thought the score was good. I thought the cinematography was good. Barry Jenkins directs scenes pretty well, but him as a director overall, and just some of the camera movements and the artsy style he has, and his overall agenda as a filmmaker thus far, as of now, I don't really care for that much. And I didn't really like the movie. The first 20 minutes is pretty good. The first maybe 30 minutes is pretty good, but then the pacing just goes all over the place, and it gets boring, and yeah, that's really it. The movie didn't really do anything for me, unfortunately, and I'm going to give If Beale Street Could Talk 2.5 out of 5 stars. I didn't hate it, I just didn't necessarily like it. Guys, comment your thoughts in the comment section. Do you plan on seeing this movie? Did you see it already? What are your thoughts about it? Also, you could follow me on Patreon if you want to help this channel grow, mainly in 4K Blu-ray unboxings. We'll be able to do those again, do more of those on this channel. So if you'd like to see that happen, you could follow me on Patreon. Also, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. The links to those are in the description of this video. You could also follow me on Instagram at KingOfRises131. And guys, you can also... What was I going to say? Oh yes, my review. My review for the Upside, the new Kevin Hart comedy. I don't know where my mind is today. Is going to be up tomorrow at early afternoon, most likely. So you can check that out. And guys, that's about it. Thank you very much for watching my review for If Beale Street Could Talk. Over and out.
I'll tell you a story. If I may.